Hello friends, welcome to Susan and John MathTube. This is lesson number 5 in the exam preparation series for the first year engineering students. And again we continue with differential equations. So that is differential equation 3. And as always, the most important question, and you already know the answer, and I hope you're following point number 1 and point number 2 with greatest priority. And that's it. So let's start with lesson number 5. So in the last 2 lessons, we learned techniques to solve differential equation when we have the right side 0 and when we had the right side as the exponential function. And in type 2, we learned how to solve differential equation, second order differential equation with right side being sine or cos. And now let's start with type 3. In type 3, what we do is we have the right side is equal to polynomials. It can be x square, it can be x cube plus 5, etc. So before we start, you should be good with the binomial series, which you might have learned in class 12th. So 1 minus x the whole power minus 1. That is 1 plus x square plus ... and then comes 1 plus x the whole power minus 1, which is almost similar, but there will be plus minus etc. And there is a trick to learn these two formulae. If you see both of them negative in between and the power, then all will be positive. Remember that simple thing and it will be very helpful. Now it is 1 minus x the whole power minus 2. You're going to get 1 plus. As I told you the trick before, minus and minus means all will be positive. And this is 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube plus etc. this whole square. And 1 plus x the whole power minus 2 is the same thing where you get minus plus etc. Okay, now let's move on to a simple question. Solve the differential equation d square minus 4 of y is equal to x square. So look at this. This is clearly type number 3. So type number 3 means the right side will be a polynomial. And here we have a polynomial of degree 2, a quadratic. Okay, so what we do first is the same process, auxiliary equation, and use a calculator and solve the equation. We get m equal to 2 comma minus 2. So the roots are distinct. They are real but different. So the complementary function is y equal to c1 e to the power 2x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x. Okay, now comes the particular integral, and that is 1 the whole divided by the operator of x square. Okay, now look at this. In the beginning itself I gave you the formulae, but look at this. It's like 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus. So we need the denominator in the form 1 minus. And one more thing, suppose we have d square, d and a constant. In this situation, you should take the constant outside and make it 1. Suppose we have only d square and a constant. Here also we have to take the constant outside and create this 1. And if you have d square and d, then you must take d outside. Or in other words, suppose you have d square, d and a constant, you should remember the inferior one is constant, then d and then d square and then d cube, etc., etc. And the most inferior in the group will be kicked outside. So that's a trick to remember the method. Okay, so I'll make you understand what I just said. Look at this. Suppose we have a minus b. If I take a outside, I'll get 1 minus b by a. Think about it. Just open it, you get a, and when you multiply, you get a minus b. Anyway, I created 1. Or you can take minus b outside and create 1 minus a by b. Isn't it the same thing? You'll get minus b and plus a. That is a minus b. So that is why I told you, if you have d square, d and a constant, the inferior person, or let's say the constant, will go outside. Okay, now look at this. We have d square and 4. And we have to create this one so that we can apply the formula. So what I do is, I'm going to take minus 4 outside so that I get 1 minus d square by 4 of x square. And that will be minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 1 minus d square by 4 of x square. And that is equal to minus 1 by 4. What is 1 by a? Isn't it a to the power minus 1? So what is 1 by 1 minus x? Yeah, that will be 1 minus x the whole power minus 1. So we are going to get 1 minus d square by 4 the whole power minus 1 of x square. Okay, now we are allowed to use this formula because it's in the form 1 minus. And don't forget the trick, if you have two negatives, all will be positive. That's a trick to remember the formula. So we get 1 plus d square by 4, because instead of x we have d square by 4, plus d to the power 4 by 16. We have to square that. 1 plus x square plus 1 plus x square plus x cube plus, the next one will be d to the power 6 by 64 plus etc., etc., etc. of x square. Now wait a minute. Okay, so you might have a doubt like what you call, how many terms should we write? It's very easy. We have a polynomial and it is a quadratic polynomial. So if you differentiate a quadratic, you get 2x. And if you differentiate twice, it becomes a constant. And if you differentiate 3 times or 4 times or 5 times or 6 times, you will get 0. That means you have to write up to and including d square. I hope you got that point. Suppose you have something like x cube plus 7 in another problem. So look at this. The first derivative will be 3x square. The second derivative will be 6x. And the third derivative will be a constant. And that implies the fourth derivative onwards we are going to get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So next what we do is we just open the bracket. So we get minus 1 by 4. 1 into x square is x square. Plus it comes here. That means second derivative. Look at this. The second derivative is 2. So I'm going to get 2 by 4. Plus 0, plus 0, plus 0, plus 0, infinite number of times, and that's it. That's it. We have the PI. Okay. So if you want, you can take LCM, etc., etc., etc. And as always, the general solution is, so what's the general solution? CF plus PI. That's it. Now let's make things a little bit complicated. and this problem is very important. So look at this. Solve the differential equation d square minus 3d of y is equal to x square plus 1. Okay, and as always, what do we do first? Auxiliary equation. You can use the calculator or otherwise solve the auxiliary equation. We get 0 and 3. And in lesson number 3, we learned there are 3 possibilities: real and different, real and equal, and complex. Anyway, the solution is c1 e power 0x plus c2 e to the power 3x. But what is e power 0? 1. So we get c1 plus c2 e power 3x. Anyway, this is very easy for you now. Okay, now comes the main part, the particular integral. And that is 1 by d square minus 3d of x square plus 1. Now wait a minute. Is it type 3? Yes. How do you know type 3? Type 3 means the right side will be a polynomial. Type 0 means right side will be 0. Type 1, the right side will be an exponential function. Type 2, the right side will be sine or cosine. And type 3, the right side is a polynomial. And when you have a polynomial, you must create 1 so that we can apply the binomial series. And now look at this. We have d square and 3d. I told you earlier, this will be the inferior person. D square is supposed to be superior. And we will throw this minus 3d outside. So we get minus 3d into 1 minus d square by 3d. That's simple algebra. And that will be minus 1 by 3, 1 by d, and this 1 by that quantity will get simplified and we get d by 3. The whole power minus 1. I skipped one step, of x square plus 1. Okay, so we got the pi as minus 1 by 3, 1 by d, 1 minus d by 3, the whole power minus 1 into x square plus 1. I'm sorry, of x square plus 1. This is an operator, so we are not allowed to use the word into. It's not multiplication. Okay, now one very important thing, we have to simplify the operator first. And only after simplification, you are allowed to operate. Okay, so this is minus 1 by 3. And look at this, we have a quadratic. Quadratic means the third derivative will be 0. So you have to write till you get the third derivative. So we get 1 by d and 1 plus d by 3 plus d square by 9 plus d cube by 27 plus d to the power 4 by 81. Yeah, now that's enough, more than enough, of x square plus 1. Because take a look at this. The derivative of x square plus 1 is 2x. The second order derivative of x square plus 1 is 2. So third order derivative onwards, it will be 0. But wait a minute, don't forget, I told you we have to simplify the operators properly before you start the operation. So there is a 1 by d outside. I've seen in exam papers many students trying to operate at this point. No, you should not do that. You have to take this 1 by d inside. So you're going to get minus 1 by 3. That will be 1 by d. By the way, what is 1 by d? Yeah, integration. Plus 1 by d, and this becomes 1 by 3. And then d by 9 plus d square by 27. That's it, x square plus 1. Because I know that the third derivative onwards you're going to get 0. Anyway, let's do 1 by d of x square plus 1. 1 by d stands for integration. and integral x square plus 1 is x cube by 3 plus x. Now it's very easy. Just distribute these things. So we get minus 1 by 3 into, okay, 1 by d means integration. We have the answer x cube by 3 plus x, plus next is 1 by 3 into that. Any number into a function will be that function. So you're going to get 1 by 3 x square plus 1 plus, yeah, the next one is serious. It's the derivative. And the derivative is 2x. So 2x by 9 plus the next one is second derivative, and the second derivative is 2. So 2 by 27. Okay, that's it. But in exam, don't leave it as such. Take LCM, simplify, etc. And that is something basic for you. And finally, the general solution will be CF plus PI. Now itself, try to simplify so that you become more confident in the exam. Okay, now let's look at one more problem of the same type. Okay, so please write. Solve the differential equation d square y by dx square minus 3 dy by dx plus 2y is equal to x square plus x. Clearly type 3 because right side is a polynomial and it's a second order differential equation. So what do we do first? Yeah, convert it into capital D. So d2y 3dy plus 2y equal to x square plus x. And that is d2 minus 3d plus 2 of y equal to x square plus x. Now what's the next thing to do? Yeah, auxiliary equation, that is m square minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. Use a calculator, m equal to 1, 2. So the roots are real but distinct. So the complementary function is y is equal to c1 e power 1x plus c2 e to the power 2x. So up to this part, I'm sure that you are very comfortable. Now let's go for the second part, that is pi. So the pi is 1 by the operator. What is the operator? D square minus 3d plus 2. So this time we have d square and d and a constant of the right side is x square plus x. Now who is the most inferior person? Yeah, 2. So what we do is we take 2 outside. I'm going to treat this as a plus b. I hope you understood. So a plus b can be written as b into 1 plus a by b. Think about it. Just open the bracket, you will understand. So it's going to be 1 plus d square minus 3d by 2 of x square plus x. And that is equal to 1 by 2. And the whole thing goes to the numerator. But we have to pay the price, that is whole power minus 1 of x square plus x. And I told you before, the number of terms depends on the degree of the polynomial. Here I know that the first derivative will be 2x plus 1 and the second derivative is 2 and third onwards it will vanish. So we have the pi. So this is equal to 1 by 2. The formula 1 plus x the whole power minus 1. That is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus etc. 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 So we have 1 minus. So this is our x. So d square minus 3d by 2 plus d square minus 3d the whole square by 4. Yeah, that's more than enough because the next term will be whole cube etc. We don't need that. Of x square plus x. And that is equal to 1 by 2. 1 minus d square minus 3d by 2 plus d to the power 4 minus 6d cube plus 9d square by 4 of x square plus x. Now the most important step, distributing. So we have simplified the operator, so we are ready to operate. So 1 by 2, now 1 into something will be the same quantity, minus the numerator. So second derivative is 2 and the first derivative is 2x plus 1. I hope you understood. The second derivative is 2 and the first derivative is 2x plus 1. Plus the next term, this is 0, this is 0, so only this much will be there. So 9 into 2, 18. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We have our PI. But in your exam, don't leave it as such. Simplify, put it in a pretty decent form, and then write the general solution is y is equal to CF plus PI. Okay, so that was type number 3. In the next video, that is lesson number 6, we will learn a few important types based on type 0, 1, 2, 3. And of course, we will learn one more technique, the combination technique. So till then, my friends, bye.